Libertarian.
Well, what are you basing it on?
Could we say?
I'm sorry, but, no, but what are you saying?
Well,
I mean, are you familiar with
excuse me,
something?
order please. After he speaks, you can make another point.
So it's hard to address that. What you really need to address is this letter that's been circulated by Dan Foster. There are material misrepresentations. When he was appointed, he was, when we had a convention, the convention was called on Mr. Brady without informing us ahead of time. We had looked at that race and decided it was not the time to get into that particular race because of strategy reasons. But Dan Foster came. We went to the convention. There were 3 of us from the 78th district there. Myself, Dan Foster, and his wife. He was nominated with his vote and his wife's vote. Okay, that was the nomination process. I voted no. In the course of discussion, I challenged him with a question that he would normally be expected to be challenged by in the course of a campaign. I asked him to defend legalization of prostitution to a Baptist church. I don't doubt any one of you could rise to that occasion.
Yeah, Thomas Aquinas. You can quote Thomas Aquinas.
I'm sorry. Well, okay, but again, I don't think any of you would fail to rise to that occasion. He told me he would refuse to do so. That indicated to me he did not have a good grasp of libertarian principles.
Thank you, Don.
he was.
Thank you, Don. Your 2 minutes is up.
Okay, well, there is more, but I'll wait for another chance.
I'm sorry, Don, we're trying to be fair to everybody.
Okay.
Can I have a speaker in favor that we have not heard from yet, please?
Well, I'd like to speak on behalf of Dan Foster, being I was his campaign manager, and he's not here to defend himself on that issue.
Hang on 1 second, I will get to you. Can I have a speaker in favor who has not spoken yet? I see 3 hands here. Let's go to John Buckley.
My apologies for speaking after that. I should follow the rules. It's hard. I'm John Buckley from Arlington. I've been a state chair, I've been a Libertarian candidate, I've been a Republican candidate, I've been a member of the House of Delegates. It's very tough for the Libertarian Party to recruit candidates for office. And when someone who is credible, maybe not a Libertarian expert on every issue, and prepared to debate them, surfaces, it should be the purpose of our party to encourage that. We also know it's a practical matter. To build our party, we need to encourage candidates to run. Now, I've heard the comment about the bad marriage. If over the course of time an affiliate is not contributing in that manner to building the party as a political party, meaning candidates and elections, then editorials and points of view and relations with the press and that sort of thing are good, but they're more in the nature of a non-political party activity. A political party's activity is to run candidates for office and build the political party. I think at this time, all the good members and small L libertarians in Tidewater should be encouraged to be part of our community in general, part of our party in particular, but always friends. If what's up here is to disaffiliate and start anew, I think that's the best of all possible worlds. That the chairman in endorsing Cuccinelli was convinced to step down was appropriate. That the secretary in endorsing Cuccinelli and encouraging others to support Cuccinelli, membership chair, was very unfortunate. That the local affiliate did not, and has not apparently since, let her know that that was inappropriate for any officer. It suggests to me that at present there is a disconnect between the role of the local affiliate and building the political party. And so I think that this resolution, the way it has been turned around, offers a fresh start, as Anthony Tejas has suggested, and I think that is the best thing to do at the present time to build our political party.
I'm sorry, your 2 minutes is expired.
All right, can I have a speaker in opposition who has not spoken before?
My name is Rick Bennett with TRP. Are we talking about both the motion to censor and the, no, just the non-affiliate? Can I get a copy of the letter?
I don't have it.
I'm pretty sure that it was sent to the whole list, 30-something people.
Yes, it was.
Which I believe this isn't all TLP members. Is that what you were saying, that all the people that
As far as I know, they are. If there's some that aren't there, they aren't members, I'm unaware of it. There might have been some people who had addressed the issues that come from the Sarvis campaign, might have been included, I don't know.
Do you have any comments in opposition?
That we did form a voting block, basically people that were really pushing for Sarvis, and we felt that the TOP itself wasn't, so we went off on our own, formed this voting block that we were gonna run candidates for in January. And one of the big things is to completely take over the executive board. That's what we're pushing for. That's our plans for January. So that's what I would say, vote against the motion right now, not.
Mr. Chair, I just want to make a quick comment, then I'll move on. This wouldn't preclude that. After, the TLP holds elections again, if the behavior changes, then we're still wide open to change our minds on this. I don't know if I understood that or not. Okay. Can I have a speaker in favor, please? Who has not spoken? Have you spoken yet?
I have. I just wanted to clarify something from that. In regards to that
Let's
picture
go with
that
you
put
and then Bill.
Just real quick, as far as what I was wearing at the meeting, I was not invited by the TLP board. Oh, but I want to. I was not invited by the TLP board whatsoever. I was invited by James. I was not invited as the Sarvis spokesperson. I was invited as somebody coming to a Libertarian Party meeting. They put me on the spot and asked for an update about the campaign, so I did it. I apologize, I wasn't up to his dress code.
Can I have a speaker against, please? Don.
Well, first, you mentioned our goal being to run candidates. Our goal is to elect candidates, not just to run them. You don't win a football game by throwing the most incomplete passes. If you look at the record of who has been most successful in getting votes in LPVA candidates, you'll find that the top two are from the Tidewater Libertarian Party, Robert Dean and myself. We have a strategy. We're trying to elect people. Part of that strategy is being careful of our brand and not putting candidates who are unprepared. When Dan Foster got our nominations, that very night, I invited him to come to my home as many times as necessary to sit down for me to get him up to speed on libertarian policy and on free market economics. John Fenner offered to do the same thing with him on firearms issue. Robert Dean offered to spend time with him, getting him up to speed on foreign policy issues. He did not take advantage of any of our offered help. He went totally on his own way, kept a separate group, never came to us for help, never came to us for any education in libertarian principles. So no, we did not endorse him. He made no effort to rise to the standards we expect of a candidate. We don't run candidates who are unprepared because it damages the next guy's chance of being elected.
I have a speaker in favor, please, who has not spoken yet. Donna.
I apologize, first of all, that I happen to be very angry about this situation. I have only been aware of what's been going on down at the TLP since Rob Sarvis' campaign really started. And then I found out what a snake pit it was down there of not even in the closet Republicans and disloyal supposed libertarians. And I did not know that this pattern had gone on for years down there, and I've become aware of that. Not only are these kind of emails being sent out, but I also received an email close to the end of the campaign, near time to go to the voting booth, from some female down there at the TLP. I could dig up the email, but I was so mad I just deleted the damn thing. And what it said was that Cuccinelli, it was to females, all right? And I was included on it, which really ticked me off. And it said that females don't believe all the anti-women propaganda about Cuccinelli, and this is how Cuccinelli is so wonderful. And if you don't think I wasn't totally infuriated by this, and hear that people were allowed to attend the TLP meetings with Cuccinelli t-shirts on, and that there was no Sarvis materials out, that there was Cuccinelli materials out, and all that sort of stuff going on down there, I have been highly ticked off. And I've tried to listen reasonably to the other side, but all I hear is a lot of excuses for inaction on the part of TLP members to clean house down there. That's all I've heard. And I'm sorry, that's it. That's all I can say. Okay?
All right, I'd like to remind everybody that, please don't beat around the bush, tell us how you. I have a speaker opposed, please.
Well, I just want to make a comment here. Twice I've been offended. When we had the meeting down at Tidewater, I got the slur that the only thing I have to do is have a fair once a year. Okay? From somebody down there at that meeting. Today you make the comment that you all are the only ones that really do anything. And I think we were both offended by that. You know, and my time out here, real quick. My concern is, I kept my mouth shut at the last meeting, and I've gotten fired up here, but it's like, I am offended. You know, we're looking at what's going on here, where you all are endorsing another candidate who is not of our party, who is not of our choosing, and yet there's these barbs that are sent out at some of us other folks, and I don't even know where that's come from, but I sensed you were upset about it, and I've been upset ever since we had the meeting in Virginia Beach, so. Anyway, that's all I have to say.
May I have a speaker in opposition, please? Let's go, John.
Okay, first of all, the Libertarian Party, the Tidewater Libertarian Party, as a matter of fact, endorsed Rob Sarvis. Did not endorse somebody else. The problem in Virginia Beach and at the TLP is that the people you have a problem with are Robert Dean and Petey Browder. And we have basically stepped up and told them that we made Robert resign as chairman for doing what he did. And based on what I hear here, I'm going to go back and politely ask Petey to resign as membership chair. But that's it. As I said, I supported the Sarvis campaign financially. I supported it with my feet out, walking, putting up door hangers and at the polls. I am not aware of anybody other than those two individuals who are publicly supporting Cuccinelli. That's it. And I'm afraid that two people does not a snake pit make. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Can I have a speaker in favor, please, that you have not heard from recently? Go back here, identify yourself.
My name's Alan Knapp, and